Fuck. Hi, everyone. Get the staff away like that. Hi, hi, everyone. It's me, it's me, Xena, and me, Gabrielle here. And, today we're going to talk about, the bug, or the glitch, but it's most likely a bug, that makes films get stuck and filleting or working or whatever you want to call it. We'll call it by the English words, working, filleting. You'll make a film, and I don't care how you'll make a film, or we'll say we make a film. Fuck, get the staff. Fuck. Alright, so we'll make a film, and we're not doing anything to the film. Yeah, we're not shifting, we're not shifting how big or how small the file is. We're not shifting how slow or how fast the film gets filmed. We're not shifting all that kind of shit. We're just leaving whatever the settings were film-wise the way they were when we got this wide speaker about 2 years ago. So, we don't do any of that. Yeah, we're not going in and shifting file size, file weight, or shifting how big or how small the file should be. And we're not doing that. We're not going through and shifting how slow or how fast the filming of the film should be. And we're not doing any of that shit. Yes, it's in HD, but a lot of films these days are in HD, so it shouldn't be a big deal. Well, I take that back because most folks are doing it 4K and 10K, but whatever. It's in some offshoot of HD these days. And we're not skimming the film in any way. We didn't do any of that. And then you upload it. And at first, everything goes great. Now, sometimes the website likes to fuck with you, and we'll call it the flow upload bug. Irksome, but whatever. The next thing is even worse than that bug is that your film gets past the uploading, meaning that your reckoner and the website's reckoner, whatever that happens to be, and its setup, are done working together. Your reckoner, whatever running layout it is, ours is Windows 11, SmallSoft Windows 11, is done working with whatever Euro's reckoner and layout is. We don't know. And then the website has to fillet or work on the film. And that's all on a website. It doesn't need any help from anyone else. And then it goes up. And then it gets about 99. And then it goes, fuck, I can't do this. And the fucker just sits there. Alright? And this bug is irksome. Yeah, you can send feedback. But if you got someone on shift that A is, lazy, doesn't want to read the feedback, or doesn't think it's worth their time to read it due to the website not being answerable to you, then you got to upload the film all over again. And sometimes the 2th time works. And sometimes the 2th time doesn't work because the same bug is still there, or some Google hireling that just likes to take it out on folks and say, it doesn't make my day unless you get angry at me in feedback. For what? I don't know. I don't know. It's bullshit. And when it does go through, you think you won some kind of war. Because you did have to war. You did have to war. You had to send them feedback over and over again. You had to go in and out of the website over and over again. You had to do all kinds of shit. Yeah. You even had to start your reckoner over again thinking that might be the answer. As if your shit's fucked up. Whatever. It was a war and you feel like you won. Now I know there's going to be someone out there that's going to guilt it on the following things. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you say it's the sandbox or the firewall or the web seeker or the evil weird stronghold tool, you'd be wrong. Because this is all for laying the film, all working on the film. And none of those things would stop that from happening. So you can't guilt it on. So you can't guilt it on Edge or the fighter or whatever whatever whatever. Can't guilt it on small soft Edge or small soft Windows fighter or whatever small soft Windows names their firewall. They just name it firewall. It doesn't have a name. Well, I know what you mean, Mother. I truly know what you mean. It is irksome. And then some folks will say something like, oh, well, need be your film got besmirched somehow when it was being filmed by the filming tool, either from your Reckoner or your Y speaker or your far speaker, which I guess is always could be likely. Very unlikely it could be that. And if it is, there's not much you can do about it. I'm not going to be one of those folks who's going to blow time and put it in some film skimming tool. Also, the website can eat it and can shit it out, more greater or something. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's like dealing with someone who eats something and then they can't shit any of it out. That's how it's like. It's like, oh, I can't shit this film out. It's so sad. And if you're going to guilt it on the following things and say, oh, good standing on followership oversight, ownership, double right. Well, we're in good standing with followership oversight, have been for many years. We've been in good standing with ownership and double right as well, so you can't guilt it on those things. And you truly can't guilt it on scanning shit. First off, we're not a Euro friend. We're not a business friend. We're not a business helper. We don't have to look at our film and say, oh, and see if our film is going to be shower friendly. We don't have to worry about that shit. All right? Because the truth of it is, if we're not a business friend and we're not a business helper, then at the end of the day, yeah, none of that's going to be a holdup. So I don't get it. I don't. 20 years and then this bug has to come back again. And Euro always behaves as if this bug has been dealt with. It has not been dealt with. I'm sorry. If you go on X and tell them about the film being stuck, they'll give you bullshit about how big is your film? How fast did you film it? How big is the file? And all kinds of other bullshit. As if they're guilting it on you when they know it's their website having the fuck up. And a bunch of other shit. So, at the end of the day, it is what it is. So, that's just our rant on something that we ranted about many times in the past. And we'll most likely always bitch about it because it's always going to be there. And Mother, like we were saying, there's going to be some bully, some troll, whatever you want to call them, that's going to say, oh, well, the website's not answerable to you. I don't care. I know the website's not answerable to me. I know it's free. But when you put a film up there and you didn't do anything to it, and you didn't shift anything, how big it was, how you filmed it, whatever, and you didn't shift anything, then a website shouldn't have a hard time for laying the film. You know. All right. And that's it. And to tell you the truth, I don't think we'll ever truly, at the end of the day, it's sad. It's always going to be there. You know, you're right, Gabrielle. There's not really much we can do about it, except send feedback, bitch about it. We're not the only one that's made a rant or bitch film talking about this bug or glitch or whatever you want to call it. Oh, the film's gone away too long. See you all later.